Welcome to the Cosmere Reads for Season 2, Episode 11. A Londoing Time. No, this was my fault. We were late because of me. That's not
No,
Londo's fault.
No, you can blame me. Actually, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
No, that was my fault.
Wait, is it really episode 11? Serious talk?
Yeah, of Season 2. Yeah, it's episode 11.
Oh shoot, because 11 is like my favorite number. It's like on the back of my jersey and everything, man.
Nice.
Shoot, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we either have 2 or 3 episodes left, depending on how aggressive we want to be with our readings.
Oh, okay.
So it's
I don't look at the chapter lists and stuff because I'm always worried that I'm gonna get too excited about getting close to the end.
Well, we could. I mean, next week we're finishing part 2. Okay. And we can do all of part 3 in one episode.
Oh, geez.
It would be tied.
Is it like one of those Sander Lanches? Is that what we're talking about?
It is. I mean, it always.
Wow.
But
jeez.
But it would be tied with our longest episode we ever did. Its longest reading that we did for an episode, which was the last episode of Mistborn Era, the first book we did. As far as for word count, it would be around the same as that episode, or we could break it into 2 and do it 3 more weeks.
So here's the deal. I'm going on vacation the first 2 weeks of October.
Okay. I'll be on vacation the second week of October.
All right. So we have time, I think, right? I mean, we're sitting on.
Well, if you have 3 episodes left, 1, 2, 3, that means
we got 3. We got 3 weeks, right?
So we can just wrap it up before vacation time.
Yeah. And actually, I'll be here on the 3rd, but I leave that Saturday. So
okay.
Well,
I know we leave that Friday. To go on. Well, we're taking Happy and I are doing a mini vacation because that's our anniversary weekend before we go to the beach with her family. For the
all right, cool. So, got it. Well, so again, you got 4 weeks of me if you need them, and if we need to shorten it up, you know me, I'll be a trooper. I will plow through with what we're gonna do. So
this is how much we talk outside behind the scenes. That we did is live.
Yep. So you guys are seeing the curtain get pulled back.
Yeah, this is what happens.
This is what happens. Absolutely.
Life's busy, dude. Life's just busy.
Very, very busy. Absolutely. And then I was on call this past week, so I have gotten no sleep.
Oh no!
Stuff waking me up in the middle of the night because server failures and stuff. IT stuff. Sometimes it sucks.
Yeah,
what can you do?
I'm trying to think of today. Today was one of those weird days. I had a good day. This was our first, my kid's first day of full extended care before and after school. Okay. So it was. I think it was good because they went to sleep fast tonight because they were tired.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's gonna wear you out. I mean, come on.
They were there.
Extended school is the same thing as working overtime at work. I mean,
yeah. I mean, their school doesn't start till 9, but I can drop them off at 8. And they have gym time before, and then their school ends at 2:30 because they're elementary school. But then the aftercare lasts till 6 is the latest you can pick them up. But they're there at 5 out on the playground. It's literally in class from 9 to 2:30, and then the playground just running nonstop.
Hours of just that's
just nonstop playground.
You're wearing yourself out. I mean. Yeah, I know it's playtime, but shoot, it's still exertion, right?
I looked down back at my daughter on the way because I picked her up, and and she was in a car seat, just nodding off. I was like, "You're tired."
Yes. I remember infamously the day that my son fell asleep in his plate of food. He just literally just was just sitting at dinner, and he just slowly did the thing, and then just laid down in his plate of food, and I was like, "That's a tired guy right there. Let's just get him on the bed."
Yeah. But other than that, my day went well. I had good meetings with clients, and so I'm ready to talk about some Cosmere.
Okay.
We got 100 days left before Stormlight 5 is released, or is it less than 100 days? I can't remember. I might be misquoting that. I think I saw somewhere it was 100 days left.
It doesn't matter to me because it's not like I can read it.
I know. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to read it for years. So
I know. So I mean, it matters not to me what day it gets released.
other Sanderson news. Yeah, but
Let me see a note here. I have to share some pictures on Discord, but it's full blown fall here in Denali. Okay.
Denali.
Yeah, actually, my leaves are starting to fall in the backyard. I mean, I guess trees just know, regardless of what the temperature is like. They're like, nope, it's fall now. So, and by the way, I'm trying to get back on Discord. I am trying to do better, people. I promise. But I'm.
What's the name of that mountain range?
What? Where Denali's at?
Well, I know there's the Denali mountain, but there's another. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what it's called, and probably if he lives in Denali, he'll know. What's it called? Am I crazy? Isn't there like something that's off limits in Denali? Like there's a section that the government you're not allowed to go into.
I mean, is it new that they've?
No, it's not new. It's been like that forever.
Okay, got you. I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Look, everything I know about Denali is that it used to be McKinley. That's about it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's like conspiracy theory, like crazy. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like all these conspiracy theories around what it is.
You know what's funny though is like a lot of times when they when people like find out that like something's like off limits or something, and they always think it's like research or something, and then it'll always be something innocuous like, well, there's actually like discarded munitions there, or something like that. And it's like that's the reason. So it's like they're looking out for your safety. It has nothing.
Yeah,
to do
it's
with, like we're being super secret.
So like I think it was like in the 70s or something like that. Like people started a rumor that like Blackbeard's treasure was buried on this point on Mulberry Island where Fort Eustis, the military base, is, because there's all these signs like off limits. Yeah, and like literally it was a World War II like munitions dump. So
there's
like
a munitions dump.
So there's just so like common, unexplosive stuff there. That's why it's off limits. It's because they don't like, losing arms and legs by going there.
They're trying to protect you because you're like, we don't know. Number one, whether or not explosive. But number two, a lot of those things are extremely toxic. I mean, so they like seep a bunch of stuff into like the water. I mean, you take munitions like and put it in like a water, so don't get anywhere near it, because you're basically breathing in every chemical that is not meant to keep you alive, right?
Yeah. There's and if I start glitching, it's because I'm in this room. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get back to having plugged in Wi-Fi or plugged in Ethernet eventually. But there is actually a friend of mine. He owns a local restaurant who bought a house, and the previous owner was like a big like metal detector guy, and was metal detecting out on Buckrow Beach. And apparently part of Buckrow used to be a munitions dump as well during the Korean War.
Yep.
And he found a shell that was like that long,
unexploded,
and just had to sit in his, and then took it home, put it in his garage. And so he sold the house and left the shell behind, like a bunch of boxes and stuff like that was just didn't clear out when they left. And my friend who owns this restaurant was cleaning out his garage and found the shell in there, like this tank shell.
Yeah.
And apparently it was the warhead of Hellfire missile, I think, from Korean War. I think it was Hellfire. Anyway, it was the warhead. So it wasn't even a shell. It wasn't like a tank shell. It was actually a warhead, unexploded.
Wow.
And it was Air Force property. And this guy had it in his garage. And his wife started getting on. You need to get rid of it. You get rid of it. It's like, who do I call? I don't know to call. So
just call them. You just call anybody in military police; they'll come.
Well, yeah,
and they know who to reach out to.
Oh no! So eventually, he was at work one day, and his wife just got sick of it because she was scared of it, like that it might go off. And because how old it was, and it was all rusted and shit like that too, because it was super old and like definitely wasn't safe. And so she called the fire department while he was at work. And the fire department came out, took one look at it, and immediately called the Air Force Base.
Of course.
And they ended up evacuating like 3 blocks radius.
Yeah.
Because apparently if the thing goes off, it would have killed everyone within 3 blocks.
Yeah.
They brought a bomb squad in. And apparently it was very much live and very much a small breeze could have said it was not. There was no safeguards in place. It was not a. It was live and ready to go, and very much active.
Yeah.
So they removed it, and he wasn't charged with anything because obviously he told the story. He's like, "How about the house?" And it was there. Like I didn't know what it was. So, but he said he came home and like literally there's a he got within 3 blocks and the military like with Humvees had been blocked off. He's like, "You can't go in." He's like, "I'm trying to go home." It's like, "Yeah, you can't go to your home right now."
Wow.
It's fun living in military areas where
we are in a very anybody that doesn't know about Hampton Roads, the amount of military here is crazy. We also have like the largest naval installation in the world. We have more naval traffic than like anywhere. I mean, so we got some military and we got Army base, Air Force base, Marine Corps. You name it, we got it here in this area.
Oh yeah,
so,
I mean the oldest
Coast
military.
Guard,
the oldest active military base in America, a consistent Union base, was decommissioned within our lifetimes. Fort Monroe.
Yeah, Fort Monroe. Yep,
was Union controlled. Even though it was in Virginia, through the Civil War, the Union never lost Fort Monroe because it's like on an island.
So it actually became a haven for runaway slaves.
It did,
and then they actually ended up enlisting them, and they actually fought for the Union. So
Yep, that's why they have Emancipation Tree right there, right on the corner, which is
but we got military history here for days and days and days. And days. So
and Fort Monroe has a really dark history too. I mean, that's where they commemorate the day, or that's not commemorate. What's the word you use when it's sad?
Just remember the day.
Remembrance. So Fort Monroe is where the first slaves in America were brought into. So they have like a big memorial there as well.
Yep.
For it.
It's really pretty. They have Juneteenth celebrations there.
Yeah.
Like big Juneteenth. So reasonably large.
Yeah,
Juneteenth celebrations there.
But that's where the first came was there.
Yep. So it's remember the good and remember the tragedy too.
Right.
So,
exactly. So it's a very historical site, but now it's decommissioned. So anyone can go there. Actually, there's called bars and brewery there. And it's a lot of fun hanging out.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, isn't there like isn't it a cider place? Is that where
no, the cider place there in Phoebus. That's what's the name
Where's
of the
Ouzelfinch at?
Ouzelfinch is a brewery. That's not Fort Monroe. It's not cider.
That's a brewery. That's not a cider. Okay, got it. See, I got out of beer a few years ago. So unfortunately, I'm not up on it.
Place, Sly Clyde's. That's
Sly Clyde. Yeah, right.
That's the Phoebus.
Yeah, which I need to go out to because they have a trivia that's like the first Tuesday of the month, and it's like dirty trivia, and I'm like, I gotta go to this. I missed it this last week.
Phoebus has turned around, man. That used to be a rough area. You didn't go.
Yeah, Phoebus is great now. I love it.
Phoebus has great food and like
walking up and down. Very safe.
10 years ago, you did not want to walk up and down Phoebus.
Nah, not the same place. I know we're all talking about this Hampton Road stuff that nobody else is gonna know what we're talking about, but it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
It's fun to if you're in the area, come visit. There's some cool stuff there.
There is.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. El Diablo, great tacos. Anyway,
Baker's Wife, cross street, Jazz on Wednesdays. Woo, love it. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
that's my plan.
You're going to talk about some Elantris zombies.
No, we can talk more about Hampton Roads. No, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the book, man. We got chapters to get through. We got
607. No.
Anyway, we got history.
Jamestown.
Yeah.
Anyway, chapter 40. That's where we're starting. Yeah, chapter 40. Where we leave off last time. Last time we found out that was it Serene transferred?
Serene had gotten the fake ode.
The fake ode, yeah.
Yeah. And, just a fake ode, right? So.
Yep. So now we're in Raridan's point of view. And Raridan and Galadin are, just kind of looking up at the city guards and like, where'd they go? like what's going on? Like there's usually always people up there. Like there's no one up there right now. They're like kind of just like, you can just imagine them kind of poking up, like throwing rocks up there. Like, yo.
It's like there's no presence though whatsoever. And I mean,
yeah.
But you got to remember though too. Remember there was a lot of activity going on. There was a lot of like nobility coming through and people visiting for various reasons, and now that's all just like come to a halt as well. So it went from not only guards and nobility coming through to like now nobody's coming through whatsoever. So it got like crickets quiet,
Right?
which makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I would notice. It's like you had like all these people standing at the wall or standing at the door, and now it's like nobody anywhere.
Yeah. And then they try to find a way to get onto the wall, like to place scouts there, just like look.
Right.
And as they're trying to plan all this out, the doors open up because there's a new arrival into Elantris. So, it's wifey. Wifey's come.
Yeah, so he made it sound like, okay, and just the way I thought I remembered it in the book. So, like, he's like, hey, he's like, Colo, there's somebody at the front. And it's like, and she's been sitting there, like, staring at the door, like her stuff is like strewn everywhere, and she's just like distraught as hell.
Right. Yep.
And then it's like, oh, surprise, it's Serene. And I was like, oh man, that's rough. Yeah, that's got to be terribly rough. And it sounds like she didn't get like immediately like tossed over the side immediately. It's like they kept her in like the cathedral or something for a while, and then they were like, oh, we only do it like certain times a day before they give her the sacrificial food and put her in the clothes and whatever. And I was like, that's so, everything about that sounded odd. I was like, are they doing that for timing purposes, or Wraithen doing that, or I don't know, but that was my suspicions that I had in my head.
It's tradition. I wish I had the Fiddle on the Roof tradition.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
You've never seen Fiddle on the Roof?
No, never seen it. The only thing I know is that song, "If I Was a Rich Man," and then
no. Yeah,
that's all I know.
Yeah, so it's a musical. But they have a movie about it. The musical movie or whatever. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know that much about it. I mean, I love musicals. I just have never been compelled, or it's never come up for me to actually.
It's about the Jewish population during the Bolshevik Revolution, and when the Communist Party took over, they went and tried to kick all the Jews out of Russia, and it's the Jewish. Anyway, it's good.
Gotcha. If it comes up and it makes sense for me to watch it, I'll watch it. But I just never has come up. And I love musicals. Culture. I mean, I used to play in a whole bunch of musicals because I was a musician, and I mean, and I still like love musicals to this day, and I will go watch them. But it just never has come up. Where
if it was in Richmond,
I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this. Nope.
If it was in Richmond, was one of the big musical, and then Matchmaker, make me a match.
Is that from Fiddler on the Roof?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, I know that from Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah, but that's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, gotcha.
That predates Miss Doubtfire.
Of course it does. I mean, come on. I mean, everything in Miss Doubtfire was predated, I would assume. I mean, all it does is make references.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Serene's still pissed at Raiden because she holds a grudge, and she's like, "Yeah, you deceived me, so I don't want to talk to you."
Yeah, but it was pretty weak though. She was like, it's almost like when you see those like ladies in like a movie and she beats in the guy's chest. She's like, "Oh, go away!" And it's like she's not really fighting hard.
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, I don't trust you."
Yeah, and Raiden's like, "Let me show you something. Come over here. Come down this alleyway. Let me show."
Right. She didn't put up much fight, but he was like, he took her by the hand. He was like, "Come on this way, young lady. Let me show you some things." Nice. And then he takes her into like New Elantris.
And that's how we end the chapter. But then chapter 41, we're right into Serene's point of view of going to New Elantris, and she's like,
"Yeah,
holy shit, what's this?"
Yeah, now she sees like he was playing her the whole time. Well, not playing her, but she wasn't really getting over the way she thought she was getting over. I love the callback though. I know we're going to the next chapter, but the callback about the bent nails, the callback about the sheets of thin steel, the clothing, the colored clothing, the weirdly colored clothing. Trying to think, I thought there was another thing, but all those callbacks to those things where she like was trying to be like, "Oh, you want this thing?" Oh, it was the fertilizer, the fish.
Yeah, the fish. Yeah.
The fish. So I like the fact that all those things where she was like, "I'm so witty."
And then she's like, I was an asshole.
And he was like, Dave Chappelle, gotcha.
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch. Where's that clip when you need it?
Gotcha, bitch.
There it is. Gotcha. Yeah, but she thought she was slick, though.
She did.
Yeah.
But then she realizes that really fast that Spirit is a really good guy. Like, actually is doing some really good stuff.
He's the way he's like, if he was a tyrant, and I think that's what this is like her line. I think she said, if he was a tyrant, he wouldn't be loved. Right. And she's like, they love you. Like the people around here, like truly love you. And you can always tell when somebody's actually like really respected and admired versus somebody who's just like feared and like, you have people trembling and like, kowtowing to their every command.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. So
yeah.
Yep.
So they take a tour of the city. And this is when Serene starts to apologize for all the useless items that she gave him. And Spirit's like, no, it's fine. We found use for everything. Like even like the little nails you got. See, look, this is our sculptor. He's making like little.
Yeah, it took her a second to realize that's what he was using. Yeah. Using the bent nails.
Nail. Yeah.
And he was like, we were wondering about what we're gonna do with these. It's like the amount of fuel it would have taken to melt it down would have made it like preventative to actually use, to try to reuse that metal. But they found something else for it. So
yeah. And then she finally just like asked the questions like, who are you really? And he's like, yeah, I'm the son of a guy from this plantation that you never heard of. It's just some minor noble.
He was showing his hand a lot though. I was like, you are kind of really opening up a bit much.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I really thought he was about to just like give it all up. I was ready for him to be like,
yeah,
I'm that dude. But nope.
I am that dude.
He was like, I'm the seventh son of your third father's brother's roommate's dog.
Yeah. And later Gallatin's like, dude, just let her go.
Yeah, but Gallatin has like Gallatin has like no couth. He's like he's not about that life. He's not about that whole like, let me keep it subtle. No, he's like, Colo, just tell her.
Yeah.
That's all he's about. He's just like face value, which I appreciate about him, by the way. So
and then Spirit has one of his fits again. Now we talked about these briefly in previous chapters, but this one's a little more intense. I guess they're getting worse, but he starts glowing.
Yeah,
he cries out in agony and passes out.
He's the last dragon.
Yeah,
got that glow.
Yeah. He's going Super Saiyan.
Very Gordy.
He's
oh, that's right. We did that was the other thing. Yeah, Super Saiyan. Yep.
Super Saiyan.
Of course, if my wife was around, she'd be like, "He got that glow," Yeah.
Yeah. And so Spirit passes out, and then he wakes shortly thereafter, and he explains that he thinks the door is trying to use him as a conduit, and she's like, the door that like from the
she's got no clue what
like no one believes it anymore, like that thing is like he's like that's kind of real, I think.
Right.
And Spirit's like, let me show you, I'll show you how the door works, I'll start drawing it. Of course it starts glowing in the air and then fades away, and and she's like, yeah, since you transformed, you can probably do it too, you try. And she's like, no, not working. This starts to talk about Andor, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know about like the different symbols because we learned those in class. Didn't you learn about those?" That comes later, more into that. But
it's a couple chapters away, but yep.
Yeah. Also, oddly, well, not because we know, but oddly for everyone at this time, she doesn't feel any pain, and she's not getting cold or
which I mean, antennas should have been going up the whole time. I mean, because she doesn't get the pain thing. She doesn't injure herself, like little minor injuries, and then have that pain sustained.
And the big nail in the coffin is Ash coming up and talking to her, like, "Hey, we found you."
But there's also been physical touch, and that's the part because he grabbed her by the hand when he took her like Aladdin style. Come to a whole new world. He should have felt the warmth in her hand.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
But he should have felt your hand and been able to tell that there's like warmth there and been like, no, this ain't.
Well, apparently the warmth fades. So like you're fresh Elantrian. They explain that. Like you're still warm for a little while.
A little while. I mean, you gotta think about it though. The blood stops pumping.
Yeah.
That's the reason why when you get cut, it's like it just kind of just blip. It doesn't really like
your body temperature does drop pretty fast.
Whoa.
Like if
it drops very, very fast. So I'm like,
yeah,
he would have known if she was sitting there crying, at the front gate. So I mean, she's been there for a little bit. And if he was to walk up and be like, talkie, then picks her, up and then takes her hand, he should have known right then and there. It's like, whoa, your hands are warmer than like everybody else's hand.
Right. Exactly.
So,
have you ever done polar plunge or any kind of cold water?
So I did the
ice
Tough
baths?
Mudder 4 times, and Tough Mudder, one of the things they have is the Arctic enema. And one of the things that you have to do is as you're running, and then you have to jump into a body of water that is ice in it. And so you have to swim across it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only thing I always remember about that is instantly all the air goes out of your lungs.
So you're punched in the chest.
How hard you try. And I did that thing 4 times. I don't care what I did. I was like, the moment you jump in, the shock, all air just goes out of your lungs.
Well, because all your chest muscles, all your muscles immediately contract.
Yeah, because it's just like it's a physiological reaction. There's nothing you could do about it. I mean, I guess if you train to do it every day,
you probably could train. Yeah, I mean, people that I probably do the ice baths. People do that like for like metabolism and stuff like that. They'll do like ice baths,
right,
stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure they're better about it.
But there's that, I mean, and then I remember that. And the other thing I remember about every time I would do that thing, I never felt the cold until I got out.
Yeah.
Because your body goes into like immediate shock. And it's like it protects itself.
Right.
And it's like, this ain't cold. And then you get out and you're like, holy shit.
All the blood rushes from your extremities to your core.
Right. So basically all cold feeling in your hands, gone.
Right. No, all your feeling from your limbs go away almost instantly. It goes numb. Which is why it's so like when they teach you in sailing, like when you fall into cold water, you have one shot to get back in the boat, is what they tell you, with unassisted. Because if you fail your first time trying to get back in, it's too late. It's too late. Your arms won't work anymore.
Yeah, because that clock is ticking.
Yeah, your arms will not work. You have one shot. You have to it's a mental thing. Because I've done it before, where you fall into the water. I talked about this in the Will Reads, but this is the Cosby Reads. But I've fallen into 20-degree water. It was salt water, so it wasn't frozen over. But and when you fall into below freezing water, like you have to hyperventilate on purpose. You start hyperventilating anyway, but you have to like calm yourself as fast as possible and like go through the motions of like, this is what I have to do to survive right now, and I got one shot at this, or someone's got to pull me out.
Yep.
The
only thing that sucked about the Tough Mudder though is sometimes it would have that thing like at the first obstacle, and it's a 13-mile run. So at mile 3, you jump into ice water, and now you got to run the rest of the freaking thing. So you got to deal with the ramifications of that. So we almost
when I used to be the head coach of the College William Mary sailing team, and we almost lost 2 sailors to hypothermia. It was the first day of practice for spring. So I think it was the last week of February, and they're sailing the James River, and it was the first practice. And I told everyone not to go out till we get the coach boat, the chase boat, the motorboat running, because if you ever winterized a motor before, it doesn't matter if you have an outboard. It's always a little tough to get that thing to start after the winter. It's your first time trying to run it. You have to. Especially older motors, you got to finagle with it a little bit, work that choke just right, get the gas flowing, get all the gears pumping just right again, especially after the winter. Because we flushed everything, got everything ready, and it was just being finicky and what start. But 2 of the older sailors were like a seniors that have been sailing for a while. We're just like, oh, we'll just go out. And I was like, I told them not to, but at that point, once they left, the motorboat wasn't running. I mean, the only thing I could do is get a sailboat to go after them, but that defeats the purpose of trying to keep people out of the water. So they took off, and they ended up flipping over the boat, and they went to try to get back into the boat because there was a lot of wind. And when they did, it flipped back over the other way. At that point, their limbs had gone numb, and they couldn't get back onto the boat. So they try to swim to shore, and they had passed out and drifted to shore because their core temperature dropped so low they lost consciousness. At that point, we called 911. So by the time they hit shore, they were in and out of consciousness, and the ambulance was already there waiting for them to pull them out the last way. But they ended up surviving. But they're like the doctors, when they got to the hospital, they took their temperatures for that. The doctor said they maybe had 3-4 minutes left. Like that's how close it was. Wow. Like for full organ failure. Yeah, it was scary. It was like, of course, I'm the coach, so I'm like, and here's my lawsuit and my life insurance. But also, I was worried about these guys because they're friends of mine too, and I was much older than them. I mean, I was terrified about the whole thing. But they're good sports. Like once they got them, like they don't like warm you up rapidly because you have to warm up slowly. Cause you can kill someone by another trick. Just to let you know, you're gonna learn a lot about survival. Never warm up rapidly. From hypothermia, you have to warm up slowly. And the reason being is that when you hit hot water to a cold skin, it will instantly send shock through the body and sometimes can stop your heart. Like, I mean, literally, it can put you in cardiac arrest by like taking a hot shower after being hypothermic. You can't just immerse yourself in heat. You can kill yourself doing that. So. But they were trying to warm him up, and I remember the story goes, the paramedic was like, "Hey, we're gonna stick you with an IV," and he's like, "I don't care, can't feel anything right now." Like, it's stick me. Like, he came back enough to say that. Like, he was like, "I don't care, dude, I can't feel anything." Right. But yeah, it was scary. But they made a full recovery. So very scary. So, anyways, so did the whole thing with the drawing of the Aeons. Ash comes, says that he's been searching for like 2 days, and she's like, "Oh, well, you wouldn't have found me anyway because they just threw me in like an hour ago, so you're wasting your time." Like,
right.
Like,
that whole thing was like odd, but so he got there early, didn't realize that she was gonna come later. Right. So then he thought maybe she went somewhere else, or that you know whatever. So he's like came into the city, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess there's enough Aeons floating around that no one noticed. You know, another one floating around. I guess they have enough of the mindless ones that are just kind of just out and about. So
yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
So he. I say he. I know maybe pronouns probably not the right thing, but yeah. So we showed up. So he was completely dark at the time in her like room that she was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he like presented himself to her. So is that something? I mean, I don't remember that. I thought that the symbol. Yeah. Wait, sorry. Aeon is the symbols.
Seons are the floating orbs that.
Seon's the orb. See, I always get those two things confused.
Seon's the orb. Aeon is the
symbols that they actually draw. So I thought that the Aeon on the Seon was still always visible. So it sounds like you can actually kind of turn it all the way off. Okay.
Yeah, or to the point where it's so dim you can barely see it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, got it.
I mean, you take that dimmer switch all the way down, so it's just this tiny little.
Right. So I guess in my head I couldn't get my head around that part. I was like, I thought that it always like was kind of visible, but okay, got it.
Yeah.
All
right. And then Eventio, her dad's like, "Yo, Serene, you look like shit."
Yeah, this is a weird. I mean, that's a weird conversation to have all through and through.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Eventio's like, "I'm sending an army there to come rescue you," and she's like, "You'll just end up dying. Like, you'll leave Tia completely undefended." And Erlon's already lost. Telvri's already taken the throne probably by now. So like it's a moot point. Like if you try to come here, like you'll just be conquered. So
yeah, but the bigger point though is that she said she like really wants to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's gotten this allegiance with this, new adopted homeland.
Right.
And that says a lot about her. And she did a pretty good job arguing with her dad, arguing that point.
Yeah.
With him, which I thought was great. Good for her. Because that also kind of puts things at ease. But of course, you find out later it doesn't make a difference what she said. He's gonna do what Daddy wants to do because that's gonna come up in a couple chapters. So
because he's king.
Because he's, I don't know. I got thoughts. We'll get there.
Fair enough. That's why we end this chapter.
Oh, okay.
We end it with that Tellery. It's a new point that if he comes over here, then they'll just the Frodo Empire.
So they didn't go down to the library area.
Not in this chapter.
In this chapter?
That's later.
I know these are short chapters, so I run them together. Unfortunately,
that's later when they had the whole conversation about where Serene opens up about Iodon and stuff like that. That's later.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, again, these are going to run together for me, and then we don't really change points of view.
We do. Next one's
as wildly as you think we do.
Yeah,
we kind of just.
Let's still go. It's still following the order of Raiden, Serene, Hrathen.
Right, but because Hrathen's stuff is pretty short, it's like he just goes by like that.
Yeah,
so it just feels like it's just back and forth.
Like
with
literally,
the same situation because now we have two people that are in the same place, so it just feels like those chapters kind of run together. It's like it's Raida's point of view, and then it immediately flips to Serene's point of view, and it feels like it's the same chapter. So.
Yeah, because it's in the same because they're now
same space
together. Yeah.
So
chapter 42, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. You ready?
Nice. All right.
It's a Hrathen chapter, so it's short. So Hrathen regains control over the Dorothi Chapel. Asserts his authority over Dilof. And basically Dilof's like, but they're Elantrians, and Hrathen's like, yeah, they don't matter, like at all. Like,
right.
So who cares?
Yeah, he's trying to do his best to try to, say, hey, that's another story for another, another time, whatever. We don't care about that. That doesn't serve us now.
Yeah. But his big epiphany here is like, I get it. I've now been able to convert Erelon without bloodshed. Now I turn my thoughts to Teod.
Yep. And he confirms, of course, the poisoning. And he's nervous about what?
42 is all.
Well, that was the obvious reference.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've already packed my hitchhiker's guide because I'm moving. So they're selling the house. So yeah, I've already packed it.
Right.
It's over there somewhere in the boxes.
So but he divulges, the confirmation that he poisoned her. He also is nervous about, when she's going to be unpoisoned or not have this effect on her. And that it's really important that she recover, because it goes along with his plans of showing his power and the power of the deities they serve, right? So this is all so critical to him. So we get all that inner information, and then he also goes on about how he is now solidified his place at the top of the food chain over Dilof, and Dilof has had to demote his people. Dilof is had to stop giving his sermons because if he can't do this firebrand service, stuff where he's all like, hate the Elantrians, blah, 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 blah. He's got nothing. He's got no leg to stand on because that's all he can do is be a firebrand against that. So he's basically neutered this guy into oblivion, which I loved that part. So yeah, it was interesting. Like it was a quick chapter, but it was a bit of information there, which I appreciate. It was pretty well stated, even though it was very succinct. So
yeah, I agree. Anything else in this chapter? It's a short one.
You definitely tell because of the way he talks. He talks about taking Erelon without I think he said something specifically about doing it without a bloodshed or something like that. However he stated it, he really takes it to heart with whatever happened before with that previous overthrow that happened.
Yeah.
So you can tell that really hit him hard. He's like trying to stay away from that, which is the reason why that whole Deloff situation was not making him happy, because he's like, I don't want hatred, that kind of hatred to be the thing that, catalyzes us into action. It needs to be something else.
Yeah.
So
I always forgot about that. I just there's on this website, I clicked on the chapter 42 annotations from Brandon Sanderson. And I always forgot that actually he had written entire plot line for Elantris. It was going to be a completely different story. And when he did his beta read, people hated it so much, he cut it all out. So there was like a whole nother character and a whole nother set of stories.
Well, he did vet this. I mean, if I remember correctly from like the prologue, I think he even said that he vetted this like extensively because he was so nervous about it. So I'm not surprised that he did something like that.
Yeah. So there's a whole, Anyway, that's it was all cut out from the story. But like actually, if you in Arcanium Unbound, which you've read excerpts from that, which we'll get to that.
We just got the one chapter, I think, or
I think we just did the one chapter. From
so far.
But there is there's a whole section on Cell. That's the planet that this takes place on. Sorry, did I say that already? Cell. That this is SEL is the name of the planet this takes place on.
No, we haven't said that.
Okay,
well, this is my first time.
It's not spoiler. It's just that's the name of the planet. Itself.
Yeah, so I haven't paid attention to the name of any of the planets.
Gotcha.
But I don't think if it has come up, it's been like kind of throwaway lines that haven't really like mattered so far.
Yeah, because Scadrial is the Mistborn planet.
Okay,
I think we mentioned that one time. Scadrial.
That sounds familiar, but I'm not.
And this is Cell.
Got it.
We go to Stormlight's different planet too. Different planets,
of course.
different matches.
Of course, I mean, yeah.
Because I think let me go back to my notes on what our reading order. Because let's see how to do that. Oh yeah, so we are before we get to Way of Kings, we are doing the Hope of Elantris and then Emperor's Soul. So we're finishing up all Cell.
So I'm reading Seven's comment. I feel like as the book goes on, you start to hate that you like Hrathen. I can see that. Because I feel like, everything he's doing. I mean, I kind of have a like-hate relationship with him now. I appreciate his ingenuity. I appreciate his resourcefulness. I hate the reasoning because right now it just doesn't make sense to me.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's a zealot that is like, well, not a zealot like Deloff's zealot, but it's.
But he's questioning himself too.
He does.
As the book is on, he's more resilient at the beginning, and he's starting to soften.
Yeah,
to that.
But remember, he started to question things, and then he felt like because he was moving away from his faith. Remember that other religious person he ran into who told him he was questioning his faith. That's when he was like, "Oh, I need to be like more like forthright in my like allegiance to my religion," and and that's when I feel like he started making these like critical moves, like let me poison myself and and all of that. I'm like, these are like the last ditch efforts of a madman who's trying to stay in some type of power. So I'm already kind of in a love-hate relationship with him now. We'll see what happens going forward, but right now I'm just like, why? But again, we've also got powers that be that I'm not really exposed to yet either. I mean, we're still like kind of working in I want to say like a little concentric circles of power, and I'm like wondering who's the puppet masters because I'm not seeing those yet. Or we haven't met the puppet masters yet. So,
or have we?
Or have we met the puppet masters and we just I mean, hey, could be. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. So I will say, and this doesn't happen in the chapters tonight. So, but I'm going to give you this little bit of a Easter egg to hunt for as we finish this book in the next few weeks. There is a character that shows up that was in Mistborn.
Oh, I can tell you right now, that based on the hints that I have been told by whether it be you or other people who have visited the podcast, it sounds like this person is so inconsequential it doesn't make a difference.
In these books, yes.
I have heard that they I picked up on it. I was like, okay, so they do nothing. They have no impact on the story. So it's gonna be like somebody who's like, just like some like shopkeeper they bump into or something. That's what I'm expecting. Is this gonna be like something
books,
like that?
Yes, so, yes, yeah. Very, very much not a big deal. But later books.
Yeah. All right. Well,
other books? Yes, is a big deal.
Look, I'm not going to go through highlighting names and trying to track
because you also have to keep in mind with the Cosmeres, like these are the stories about these planets, but there's also a bigger story going on in the background.
Well, sure. I mean, I would hope so. If it's going to all be part of the same universe, there has to be something that interconnects it, right? I mean, it's. Yeah, how many Stephen King books
are actually interconnected? Yes, but the person is named.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, but I'm waiting for it to be Sid the Garbage Keeper.
How'd you know? It's Oscar.
I know.
Oscar.
So
Oscar the Grouch.
For people that don't know, in Final Fantasy games, there's a guy, Sid. And it's a very persistent person who shows up and does different things in different Final Fantasy games. Some games he's a pilot, sometimes he's just a throwaway character, but there's always like some dude named Sid. And so I'm just gonna say Sid, the Garbage Keeper, is the guy.
I love when games have little Easter eggs that are like super like meaningful, like something like that. I'm sure the programmers have a meaning and there's something that means something to it. I've got the Final Fantasy lore. But like, there's a lot of games like out there that have like really cool like Easter eggs inside the game, or like that might actually relate to real life. Like a game I used to play a lot was Sea of Thieves, which is a fun pirate game. I don't know if you ever played it, but it's fun. I don't play it much anymore because it takes too much time.
Now, you guys tried to get me into it you and Will tried to get me into it.
Yeah, me and Will used to play a lot. I haven't played in a couple of months now, but there's what's it called? Golden Beard or something like that. Golden Beard. I can't remember the name. Something like that. But anyway, it's there was a programmer during COVID. He died from COVID during the pandemic. And he's one of the programmers on Sea of Thieves. So there's certain parts of the map where only devs could access. So they could like play in the game with other characters and then go somewhere to like work on, like in game, they can go into like secret compartments that other people don't have access to. So they made an Easter egg that if you get like multiple people like to play a song, it opens up the cave and you can go into his lair and get like achievements and stuff. It's just like a cool little Easter egg within the game, like that related to someone in real life. And it's like kind of like memorialize someone. Yeah, because he passed away.
Game devs do that all the time, which I always appreciate. I love when they do stuff like that because give me an Easter egg that's actually meaningful and actually relates to real life. I'm all about it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I've never done it in the game, but I've watched YouTube videos of people doing it. And it's like super emotional because it's like wow, it's a great tribute. Like who's
the voice actor who was from who did Destiny, who passed away? I want to say a couple of years ago or maybe a year ago. Is it? I keep want to say he's captain, but oh my gosh, his first name is Lance. Someone's gonna correct me somewhere in chat or something later on. But anyway, it's like that stuff to me. I'm like, when it relates to real life, I'm all about it. I'm like, that's the way. And people don't recognize how tight the gaming community is. For all the things that people say about the gaming community, how like vitriolic and toxic it can be. But we also band together when it's like something like important, like someone passes away or like someone is like suffering through cancer and they have like a fundraiser and stuff. I mean, there's so many YouTube videos that just document all the instances where we band together and support each other. So the game community is again, we can be a tight-knit group we want to be, and I love evidence of that through situations like you're talking about.
There's also cool like in writing, even within writers, there's cool little Easter eggs. I know, like, so George R.R. Martin wrote Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, was good friends with Robert Jordan, who wrote The Wheel of Time. They were good friends. And I think it's in the Feast of Crows, and you might correct me on that, or maybe it's Sword of Storms. There's actually a line in the book, not in the show, but in the book that gives a shout out to Robert Jordan.
You got to remember, I didn't read Wheel of Time until years after I read Song of Ice and Fire. So, I mean, I wouldn't have put it together. I haven't reread it.
So you wouldn't put it together either if you didn't know enough about. So Robert Jordan is a pen name. His real name is James Rigney. Robert Jordan's real name is James Rigney.
Right.
And there's a line from one of the books, and they're in the Citadel. I think it's with Sam in the Citadel, and I think it's the Feast of Crows. And they're talking about all the previous maesters from Game of Thrones,
right. Okay.
He's like, Maester Rigney, who believed that time was like a wheel. It's a line from the.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's.
Man, I feel like I remember that though too.
It's in the book. It's like a great little Easter egg.
That's when he goes to the actual. Yeah, when he goes to the Citadel and he sees like all the tomes and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they're going through the tour, and one of the lines from there is like Maester Rigney, who thought using his real name, who thought the time was like a wheel.
I gotta look this up now.
It's a line from. It's in the Song of Ice and Fire. It's beautiful, beautiful little Easter eggs.
I love a good Easter egg like that. Yes. Let me go check my texts.
Yeah, just love little Easter eggs.
Because that series is one of the series that I did not get the audiobooks for. I just got the Kindle books. So I have them on all my devices, so I can pull it up and actually search for the actual text. So I'm going to do that after I get off the podcast.
Yeah,
good deal.
So there you go. Little Easter egg within the Song of Ice and Fire.
Cool, very cool. Right, I like that. And again, it would have been a throwaway for me because at the time hadn't read The Wheel of Time.
And it didn't say Robert Jordan, said Master Rigney, who is like, if you like,
again,
like if you didn't know that
having read the books now, I mean, it's a completely different perspective. So good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fun Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Chapter 43, we're back in Raiden's point of view. And this is when Raiden and Galadon, they go and find the tower, and they go up to the top. They find a way to the top of the wall.
So this is when they go back.
Mm-hmm. They go back and they
go back up the stairs, and they talk about how it has like no railing, and then they have to use the axe. They have to break through the door.
Right.
Which the whole time I'm like, I mean, I know they say they don't have much strength to actually do that, but they were able to break like one board apart. And I was like, that seems like it's dangerous because if you whack away at it and there's like this like jagged like wood and stuff, and you're already like suffering from injuries, I'd be like, that's not enough. I'd be like, you need to chop the whole door down. But hey, that's just me being logical and stuff. So they go out there and look, and they're like, oh, there's where all the guys are. They're all posted up on that the tiny castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also where they had the conversation where Galadon's like, so even spent a lot of time with Serene, and Raiden's like, well, she is my wife. And it's like, have you told her that? And she's like, no. Why not? Because time's not right, man.
Okay. This argument's getting really weak for me, by the way.
I know.
It's getting really weak.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then it gets super obvious later too, like who he is. That part annoys me too, because it's like,
okay, because I thought it was just me for a second.
No,
I'm like, why?
This is early author, not the best way of It's like, anyway. So
I'm getting a whole bunch of feedback all of a sudden on my microphone. I was like, did I do something wrong? Nope. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden I'm getting like all this like background noise. Usually with my other microphones, I have to like go and like tap it.
Is that a blue?
Yeah, which I'm not a fan of. I'm thinking about switching to my other microphone. I think I'm gonna get a stand for it and everything because I'm not a huge fan of this one. I like it because it's portable. I like it because it's portable and I can take it places. But I'd rather use when I was doing my own podcast, I have a mixer and like some nice mics.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But this right here is just like good if I just want to like quickly set up something on my desk, and it saves me from having to do the 45 minutes of setup to put the other one up here. But it's finicky. I mean, you probably have dealt with this, Alan, where it can be a little finicky. I
have multiple mics This is the one I use because, like I said, it's simple.
See, like literally, I just muted it. I hit it 2 times. I unmuted it. And now I don't hear the hiss. So, again, it's just very temperamental.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know if you were hearing it, but I could hear it on
Yeah,
mine.
I couldn't hear anything.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Well, anyway.
So after this, Spirit and Galadon go down to talk to Serene. They meet with her and they're like, yeah, so tell us about what's going on in Kaya.
Right, because they're like, we need to know. And I know she's not trying to go into like her history, but you got to tell us something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And they spend time, and talking about a little bit, but then she doesn't really want to share too much. Right. Also, this is where Serene can't draw the Aeons, and she spends more time. This is in the library. So she spends more time reading about political theory and things like that.
Right.
They find a book about the original Warring the King and how the original religion that they all believe in, it was like the god Jedith was just like the god of rocks underground.
I got all kinds of Mistborn vibes from this now, where it's like manipulated history. I got Mistborn all through and through, that whole deal where it's like, if it's not written in metal, that whole thing. So, but that vibe about changed history, which of course is not a Mistborn trope or anything. I mean, heck, that happens in real history right here, with us. It's like the winners write the history, right? So
but there's also lots of religions like that where it branches off, where it's like a super minor god, and then people start to learn, and then they rewrite the religion based on this minor god, and that's happened multiple times.
Numerous times. You couldn't equate that if you tried, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't figure out all the instances where that has occurred. So
and the winner does write history, and that's
exactly true.
To the point where it's and suppresses parts of history that are
lost to the ages.
Lost to the ages.
Lost to the ages, unfortunately.
But sometimes they resurface. It's been really interesting. This recently. I mean, it's not really recent, but how much popular like Mansa Mansa became like more mainstream. The ancient ruler of Mali, the kingdom of Mali, and because he was the richest person that ever lived, but he was an African king, and controlled all the gold mines in Mali, and basically Europeans wrote him out of history because a powerful
that was a really
a powerful African king. No, that didn't exist. But more and more archaeology. I mean, it's not even archaeology. It's not even that.
And how many? And just using the easiest example, of course, is the libraries of Alexander. I mean, how many instances have there been though where a famous library, ancient library, has burned down, suffered through an earthquake, whatever, tomes have been destroyed, or the paper was just so, I say paper, by the way, I'm using the term loosely, paper, the parchment was just could not sustain time, the toils and tribulations of time. It's like eventually just eroded, and it's like, okay, this is no longer legible, and nobody thought, hey, let's transcribe this.
Yeah.
So
they talk about that, like, so I was a history major in college. So like, one of the classes you have to take as a history major is the theory of history. So it's like, it talks about like what makes something historical and what doesn't. It talks about like, especially when you go into ancient history, like what makes it true, what makes it not true, like what's more factual and what's not. And there's lots of arguments against it, like one way or the other. And I think I might have brought this up in this podcast, and if I have, stop me. But like, one of the things they talk about is, is written testimony inaccurate? And most people say no, because it's not. It's whoever wrote it perspective. There's lots of spin on it, and it eliminates or takes out, omits a lot of it from the writer's perspective. It's like, well, then is archaeology better? Not necessarily. Finding artifacts doesn't necessarily mean anything. And the example they often use is like, imagine a world like thousands of years from now, and they find a manuscript, that's been passed down through the generations about a guy that lived in this city from long ago called London. And his name was Sherlock Holmes. And he lived on Baker Street. And so they go and they do a dig on where it says London exists. And sure enough, there's a Baker Street in London.
Yeah.
And then you go find the address that mentions in the story. And sure enough, that's a Sherlock Holmes museum. So you'll be able to find his pipe and all the stuff that points to Sherlock Holmes, because they have this fake fictional museum at the address of the place in the books but it's a fictional character that never really existed. And
Right.
But the archaeology evidence exists, the written manuscripts exist, and then third party, other people writing about it exists too, because there's fan fictions. So
and that's why William Shakespeare is alive. I've been saying this for years.
It's funny. Billy Shakespeare's alive.
Billy Shakespeare never existed.
Lies. Oh, lies.
Hot takes by Alondo. Billy Shakes. Completely fake.
Lies. Never happened.
Never happened.
Nothing's real. Everything's fake.
We
don't actually exist. That's
right.
It's all simulation. Okay.
Billy Shakes was a guy that wanted to run an apothecary business. He wrote some advertisements for it, and then eventually it became this whole thing that went out of control, and there's nothing he could do about it.
You don't have to go that far back. Americans rewrite history. Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's so much stuff
history. They're trying to rewrite history from 1940. I'm not going to get political, but hell, the Holocaust. People try to rewrite the history on that. That is like
there's even more recent history that's been trying to rewrite.
Oh my gosh!
It's bad.
Hell, we have conspiracy theorists talking about 9/11. By the way, which I cannot believe. We're going on like I can't believe we're talking about 23 years ago was 9/11. That's coming up like next week. Next week it's gonna be 20. I can't get my head wrapped around it. Holy cow. But yeah,
there are full-grown adults that don't remember America before 9/11, which was a completely different America, by the way. I just want to let you guys know, because you guys are that young. They're listening to us old guys talk. It was a different world before and after.
Of course, there's a whole bunch of people that don't remember the 80s, and they glorify the 80s. And I was like, the 80s sucked. It sucked. Sorry, kids. Don't even... Nope. 80s sucked.
The 90s rocked. The 90s were great.
You want to go to New York City in the 80s? Because I sure would love to take you to some strip clubs and some hooker dens and some things like that. Because it was a cesspool. Everything was a cesspool. We didn't care about recycling. Everything was like trash on the street. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to remember any of that.
That was still the 90s. 90s still gross in New York City.
90s, we started to have better awareness and like better social consciousness about us. So we were starting to kind of get a little bit better. But of course, then in the 90s, we were all super hyper panicked about Y2K. And for anybody that does not know, though, I mean, basically from like 94 till 2000, it was a panic, baby. I mean, people were like building bomb shelters and all this kind of stuff. Man, the panic was real. People think about the 2012, right? Was the end
of the world?
Mayan, was it the Mayan calendar? I think it was Mayan calendar. Anyway, so for all the fervor about 2012 was nothing compared to Y2K. We really thought the world was going to end. We still have the news reports. They said the planes were going to fall from the sky.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I went down nostalgia.
It was a different time.
It was
airport security was really different. There was no security in airports.
Oh my gosh, that's back when I used to travel a lot. And I remember because I was in New York City a month and a half before the 9/11 attacks, and I mean, getting on a plane was no big deal. You just floated on through, basically. And they were like,
"You didn't have to go to security. You could just go walk to the gate and meet your loved ones at the gate."
You could definitely walk to the gate. That was definitely a common thing. Now you would get wanded. They would
you
wand
get wanded. But you could
it was,
you didn't have that
it was
ticket to get back to the terminal. Like,
but it was like so like half-assed. So they were like, and the thing would go off, and they'd be like, "Nah, that's probably a belt buckle." Bye.
Yeah, I have a good one.
They didn't care.
Didn't care. No one cared.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure
my dad tells pranks about he did in the 70s. Like, I guess it was when he was in college. They got blackout drunk with one of his friends, and they bought him a one-way ticket to Chicago and put him on a plane. Like, drunkenly took him to the airport, bought a ticket that night, and then put him on a plane to Chicago. So the guy like passed out drunk, woke up in Chicago the next day. You know, plane landed. like
hell. You just reminded me. I remember when planes had more space.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's how old I am. I remember when planes
before they found out they could make more money if they just pack you in like sardines.
Shoot, I remember. You used to actually have more space on the plane, and I remember, heck, you would be on a 3-hour flight, and they would give you a meal, not a snack.
Yeah,
a meal on a 3-hour flight.
I remember they let you smoke on planes still.
I remember that too, which I'm glad they got rid of that. But I remember that. I remember that when people weren't like smoking as much because, of course, all the health stuff was out, but it wasn't outlawed everywhere. Mm-hmm. But every plane still had ashtrays right in the middle of the seat, and the armrest, the little flip down armrest.
Yeah,
they all had that,
and they waddled them shut.
Yeah. It was a creaky ashtray too. You know the sound when you'd open up. Everyone remembers that. Anybody who's ever been on a plane back then remembers that stupid creaky sound those ashtrays made. Those little tin top ashtrays. Anyway, sorry, nostalgia row. My bad.
Anyway, so where are we?
Or chapter 40.
43. We're 43. Spirit and Galadon. They talk about information of Kai.
Okay.
Let's see. This is when she says her aches don't persist, and the thing is weird. And this is when they talk about the king. The war.
Wait. We were talking about revisionist history. That's right. We're talking about revisionist history, revisionist religion.
And the poem shows that Jaddeth was a minor god who cared for the rocks beneath the earth.
Right.
And this is also in Spirits, just like our Raiden's just like, so tell me more about like, current events. And Serene's like, yeah, I kind of dethroned Iadon, and kind of that's what led to his suicide. And Spirit's like,
right,
wait, Iadon's dead? And he's like, yeah, why do you care? He's like, no,
perfect opportunity to talk about. Because now what's happening is he's going into creepy territory.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've had all these opportunities to tell who you really are. I mean, first of all, it's already creepy because you're her fiance and you're not telling her. I get it when she was on the other side of the wall and blah, blah, blah. She's not going to recognize me, blah, blah, blah. Now she's on the side of the wall and you're in the same situation,
right,
quote unquote, every opportunity right then and there and be like, hey, now that you see what's going on, let me just divulge to you this is the situation. Because a lot of other people know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's like a secret where like nobody knows. And I'm like, okay, you've got every opportunity. Now you have your second major opportunity just to say, hey, this is what's going on. She says that she basically was there for the downfall and death of your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And his takeaway from that is, better double down on the quiet.
Yep. Which it flows right into chapter 44 because you're still talking about it, where Serene is just like explain the circumstances around Iadon's death and that he was into Jeskari mysteries and and Raiden's just like, what? And she says Tel'Rie's probably taking power at this point, taking the throne.
Right.
That's what happened. And she's like, what about Royal? And she's like, oh yeah, Royal. Me and him. That's the reason why we were trying to get married. It's like, wait, you're trying to marry Royal? But you're not allowed to do that. Your marriage is like, even if it's like, and she's like, how do you know about my marriage
how
contract?
do you know that?
He's like,
well, you told me.
You told me. He's like, no, I didn't. He's like, well, don't worry about it. Just whatever. But
and then he's like, he turns over to Galadon and like, hey, back me up, bro. And Galadon's like,
all right. Galadon's like, you're on your own, buddy.
He's like, look, I'm snoring over here. I don't know what you're talking about, my guy.
You're on your own. I ain't helping you with this shit.
Yup. Good for him, because that's what I would do too. I'd be like, hey, look, I ain't trying to support your lie.
Yeah. Nope. I am not going to support your lie.
Yeah.
I've told people that so many times. Like they're like, I tell people that all the time. Like, I'll keep a secret, but if someone asks me, I'm not gonna lie for you.
Secret is one thing, right?
But I'm not gonna lie for you. If someone already knows and they want confirmation, they ask me, and I know, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie for you. Like,
see, because then what happens is when you have to support a lie, then you have to start making up like all you have to fill it, put in all the filler details, and now I got to call you. Look, this is like that Seinfeld episode with George and Elaine, and they were like,
I'm not gonna gossip. If you tell me something, I'm not gonna go gossip it. I'm not gonna spread your stuff.
Yeah, but that's not the way that. Yeah, see, that's.
But if someone comes to me and asks me about it, I'm not gonna lie for you.
Gossip is one thing. It's like, hey, I'm not trying to like spread your rumors and stuff, but don't ask me to complicit in a lie and be like, hey, my boyfriend's an import-exporter, and then it's like, the wifey is like, what does he import? And she's like, matchsticks.
Yeah.
Then of course she asks George, and George is like, whatever he said. Yeah. And of course she knows he's lying at that point in time, trying to hook up with Marissa Tomei. I can see why he was doing it, but still.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't lie for many people. I actually don't lie for really anyone.
Hey, Alan, by the way, I need you to keep carrying on the lie that I'm actually on this podcast, because really I'm actually out in the clubs. I'm out in the streets right now. Yeah. So for all you that don't know, this is actually been pre-recorded like 3 hours ago. It just gives you an opportunity to go out here in the streets. I'm out here in these streets.
What time is it there?
Let's see. If I take 3 hours off of 2 o'clock in the morning, it's 11.
So yeah, they go into that. Spirit seems hurt by the fact that she wanted to marry someone else, and she can't figure out why he's so hurt by it. It's probably
the writing's falling apart here a little bit, by the way. Just FYI. Just FYI. Like, he's trying. I mean, he's trying to reel us in. He's like, oh, look at that. I'm got you dangling. I'm like, you're not selling me on it, kid.
Yeah. And Serene's like, well, I can help to figure out what's going on the outside. He's like, well, how can you do that? He's like, well, I gotta see on.
Now here she is telling the truth about herself. This is another opportunity for him to be like, well, you're telling me all this true stuff about yourself. Let me just tell you something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
Again, the writing's falling apart for me here, but
yeah.
This is what I was referring to earlier, by the way, early in the podcast. And I was saying there was good writing a couple chapters ago, and this is the part where it starts to fall apart for me. And I'm like, this is infuriating.
Someone says you can't even trust the reads. They can trust me.
No, you can't trust us. I mean, because really, I'm not even here. I'm not even here. I'm not really here. I'm on the streets. I'm out right now having like
you can trust me not to spread your shit. You can't trust me if someone comes to me and says like, I already know that like I'm gonna make something up. Like
I'm at the bars right now, just getting hammered.
I'm getting hammered.
So I re-recorded all this, and Alan's just responding to the recording of what I said preemptively.
I don't even go to bars anymore, man. It's a waste of time.
No, you know me. I'm a bar head all day long. It's all I do. I do is just I'm out here just scooping honeys, man.
I can't remember the last time I went to. I think last time I went to a bar was probably with you.
Nice. See, he's confirming it. I'm a bar head. That's what I do. It's what I do.
We went to the speakeasy when Will came in town. We went to the speakeasy.
No, we've been to bars since then, haven't we? No, probably not. Nope, we have not. So my bad.
The speakeasy.
Yeah, we did.
Which I love that place. That place is fun.
Absolutely.
They have a great. The bartender's fantastic. I love the fact that it's an exclusive speakeasy.
Yeah.
That you have to open the wine rack and it's a secret door and you go into a whole different bar.
Not a wine rack. It's a bookshelf.
It's a bookshelf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bookshelf.
Yeah, you're right. It's a bookshelf.
Yeah.
And it's there's a whole restaurant, and then there's a bookshelf in the back that you can get into, and opens up into a whole nother bar.
If you ever want to go to the one in Suffolk, it's a different thing. It's not even a bookshelf. It's a wall. It's completely hidden. And I don't know if you've been to that one, Fin and Tonic.
I've not been to Fin and Tonic, but
well, it's the same people, and I know people over there too. So if you ever want to go over there,
they own Fin too. They own Fin.
Yeah, Fin and Tonic, Steak and Tonic, and the fourth place.
I don't know.
Blah, I cannot remember.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I mean, the speakeasy is kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's exclusive.
So if I ever want to be fancy and get like some fancy cocktails, I go in the speakeasy.
Yeah. I just don't understand how they can always have supply of that dollar amount of steak. Because no one's ordering that. So how can you have that available? You throw it away every week?
So I talked to them about that at one point in time. And I know they told me exactly how that works. And it has completely escaped my mind.
Okay.
I asked that same question like 2 weeks ago.
Because you have a $500 steak on your menu. Who's coming and ordering the fact that you had that readily available, the meat doesn't last that long. How
that steak is shared between the locations, though the local locations. So they have enough. So literally, if they have to, somebody orders it, if they don't have it there, they literally send a runner to the other restaurant to go get that steak and bring it back from wherever it's at, whichever location it's at.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's some other things about it too, though. That's the tip of the iceberg.
How often are you selling a $500 steak? I just don't know how often you sell a $500 steak.
Yeah.
I just don't know. That's beyond me. I can never imagine ordering a $500 steak.
Well, you've had a $500 bottle of whiskey.
Oh yeah, I have.
Come on now.
I've had a $1,000 bottle of whiskey. It's a different story.
I got a $500 bottle of whiskey right now in my bar, which I am proud of, by the way, because it was rare. But
dude, I had the Elijah Craig's on sale at the store right now, so I got the Elijah.
Which Elijah Craig?
Saw batch.
Oh, is it? Okay, good call.
They had it on sale, and I picked it up for $24.
Well, my thing is when they do that barrel drop, when Buffalo Trace's barrel drop, that old Ezra 7, it tastes just like Weller, which of course you helped me bring that Weller back from
the best kept secret in all of whiskey.
Oh, you and I know this.
Best kept secret in all of whiskey.
We had that conversation in the speakeasy.
We did. Best kept secret in whiskey.
But man, because you brought that Weller back for me.
I did
from Atlanta.
Yeah. From Atlanta, yeah.
And old Ezra 7 tastes just like it, and I'm like, oh, this is just as good. But you have to wait for a barrel drop, so you can't just go to the ABC store and just go pick it up anywhere. I have to wait for a barrel drop, and it never shows up in the inventory, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So right now I have this little bit left, and I'm I can't bring myself to drink it because once I drink it, it's gone.
A few months ago, I got lucky, and I wasn't trying to time the drops, but I went to the liquor store right when a drop came. And there's a bunch of those guys. Those guys that wait on the parking lot for the drops and they watch them. And so there's a bunch of them, and I got the last bottle of an E.H. Taylor. I'm not sure which one it was, but I already finished it. But get a good E.H. Taylor.
That's my $500 bottle. I have the E.H. Taylor single batch, single barrel rye, and it's my favorite. So I drink it in practically thimblefuls because I want to keep it around as long as freaking possible. But oh my god, the thing, love it.
One of my friends, he's a whiskey collector. He's one of those guys who goes to all the different drops.
Yeah.
He's now built a vault for his whiskey. It's under stairs. It's under lock and key. It has a remote that you have to unlock it with a remote. It's you can't it's a remote lock to get to it. I think right now he has about, I want to say 10 bottles of Pappy.
See, that's something where I would only get it for the resale because I've had, again, there's versions of Weller which have the same mash bill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you want to have it, there's other ways to get the exact same formula in a glass. It's not called Pappy, but it still tastes exactly like it. So I'm not really that stressed about it. But if I was going to collect, that'd be something I would do. I actually have thought about converting some of my comic book collection because, some of my comic books are little, pricey and and safe and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking about converting some of that stuff over to whiskey because I'm wondering if it's got better return of investment rates than my comic books do. Comic books they were really hot and heavy during COVID years. My comic book collection went up 75% in value Then after COVID, when all that that COVID money dried up, it's like all the values dropped again. I was like,
yeah.
But I'm like, I wonder if whiskey might be the new play.
Yeah, for now. Until gin makes a comeback.
Yeah, well, I know. Look, I know the one I got out of is cryptocurrency. It was doing okay for a minute, and then I was like, nope. This is not.
I sold mine
for a second, but it's so volatile. It's so volatile.
I sold mine a few months ago. I had some crypto. I sold it, but anyway, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm all out of crypto right now. I'm not.
Me too. I just liquefied everything I had in crypto.
Yeah, I liquefied everything about 2 months ago from crypto. I might jump back in eventually when it drops, but we'll see.
There you go.
Let's see.
I think we're chapter. I keep saying
44.
chapter 45 because I keep thinking we're in chapter 45, but
no, we're 44. We're 44. This is when Spirit presses Serene about the legal standard of marriage and blah, blah, blah. And then Ash goes off and comes back and says Telri's not king.
Right.
Yeah.
He does all the fanfare. He throws up the saddest puff of confetti. Telri's king.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't understand connoisseurs. Make it yourself. It's illegal in Virginia to make your own. Well, not that we don't make shine.
Wait a minute. It's over a certain amount of it, so you can do it in very small batches. I have no idea what that threshold is.
I mean, I used to brew my own beer, but that was
because you can do it in small batches, but you can't. It's a certain amount, though.
Yeah. So when I did my whole sailing trip and I was trying to sail the world, we used to brew beer on the boat. Like we had a bucket going and we brewed it at sea, and we'd use it as currency and sell it or trade. Use beer to trade, and especially. I apologize to any of our different faith-based listeners, but Muslim countries where alcohol is banned. Let me tell you how much you can get for trading beer. Crappy made beer in the middle of the ocean that's not sanitized the proper way, and it's not even good beer. The fact they can't get any alcohol at all, we traded so much of it because they can't get it there, and they still want it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So, yeah, fun times. So 45, Wraithen. Wraithen finds the location where Raiden and Galadin ventured onto the Elantris wall. So he finds like the secret entrance or way to the wall, and he's just like, man, I'll just keep it to myself.
Yeah, he wasn't really that stressed about it, which I thought that was gonna be like a more of a story point or a plot point or something. He's like, man, it's a hole. Who cares?
Yeah.
What was it used for? I don't care. I'm like, geez, okay. I guess it's just like.
Is it a hole or like a tunnel?
No, don't do it.
I won't let you confirm. Okay, it's a hole. It was a hole. It was a hole.
You can't say something is a tunnel when it's up at the top of a freaking thing, right?
But
makes it seem like it goes under.
It did bash through the wall, though, right?
No, bash through the wall is not the same thing as a tunnel.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!
I will buy into that all day long. Now that you got me, but no, don't do tunnel. No,
don't do tunnel. No Avatar. No Avatar. Avatar
that
hater.
Is not no. I will not co-sign on that one.
Secret tunnel.
I'm trying.
I tried. There's secret tunnel tonight, guys. Oh yeah. But yeah, so it finds the wall, the hole, the wall. Which I have another tangent I can talk about the hole in the wall, but I'm not going to go. That sounded. Really
I think we probably tangented enough
tonight.
We have gone all over.
That sounds really bad. So, but also he starts thinking about the political maneuverings he's done and the peaceful conquest of Erelon. He also starts to kind of worry about Serene's fate because he's worried about the Elantrians and what they've done with her. But at this point, he wants to. He also meets with Aventio because a random Sion shows up with him. And he's like, "I come from Aventio, and I need to talk to you."
This part got me because, unfortunately, remember I'm listening to the book. the audiobook. So unfortunately, he used the exact same voice as Serene's Sion, and I was like, "What the heck?" And
all the Sions are the same. They're all the same.
Yeah, so I was like, so what I really thought was that he had betrayed Serene in some way, shape, or form, or she was trying to create some type of alliance or something. But then it comes up and it's so King Papa. And I was like, oh no. And it went just as bad as I thought it was going to, which is he tried to create. He's basically acquiescing to converting to a religion to save his daughter, even though she said, I got this, blah, blah, blah. I don't need you to do anything. And unfortunately, he's not a bright man, obviously, because he got suckered into it. Now, I got all kinds of respect for him because he actually helped save the kingdom. But now he's went behind her back and he's actually making things so much worse.
Yeah. Because he's just like, yeah, I will convert if you save my daughter. He's like, I will see what I can do with Jedith and use Jedith's powers to heal Serene.
Lord have mercy. And then he goes to the freaking wall and he
starts chanting.
Oh, good God. He puts on the show because obviously he knows it takes 3 days for the poison. He's like,
yep.
All I got to do is just sit here. Now he's looking for her, but he's like, all I got to do is just sit here and just scream to the heavens. And eventually she'll show up because once everybody recognizes that she's back to normal, they will bring her to me.
Yeah. Which kind of leads into chapter 46. Unless you have anything else from chapter 45. But chapter 46, Spirit's still all sad boy about his dad, which is understandable. His dad died.
Yeah.
It's sad. Even though they weren't the closest.
But he's sad about his dad when he was younger, not his dad when he was like in his later years.
Exactly. And goes back to just, console himself with being around Serene and studying Andor. And what that is. Galadin then comes in and tells Spirit that Wraithen's, just been praying for nonstop at the top of the wall. And he's like, I don't know what that guy's doing. But he's apparently praying for all of us. And it's kind of weird. He's trying to heal all of us now. And Spirit's just like, Raiden, he's kind of like, okay, that's weird.
Sure he is. Well, but they don't really know that because they can't really hear what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
That guy could be up there just like reciting the lines from Dodgeball, an underdog story.
Yeah. It's a bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Man, I was setting you up. I thought you were going to be quicker on the draw on that one, man.
My fingers aren't as quick as they used to be. So it's old age.
That's right.
It's our pre-9/11 days, back in the old days. Chapter 46, yeah. So praying loudly, and then we switch back to Raiden practicing drawing aeons, and Serene's like, "Hey, draw it again," and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Huh?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "That's a map of Erlon." He's like, "What?"
Yeah,
it's a map of Erlon, and he's like, "I've never noticed that before." He's like, "You haven't?" Like, and then take a map and like put it up to the drawing as it's fading away. Like, it's a perfect match,
right? Which is like the slant has to be right for the coastline, and the lake circle or whatever where the lake is at has to be in a place, and then it's like the mountain is at, and blah 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 blah. So, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Good
so what do you think about all this?
I mean, there's supposed to be some like deep correlation here that is not quite being fleshed out yet. Now, if there is context clues that I've missed,
it goes back to the very beginning of the book.
I'm sure it does. I feel like it's kind of like what Sanderson did with the with Mistborn. I mean, it's a bunch of throwaway stuff, and of course you don't pay attention to it. But I mean, the beginning of a book is really hard because you're so focused on trying to remember character names
and also try and just immerse yourself in this new world and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure that this is all probably mentioned earlier, and so I'm looking forward to, kind of revisiting that. I did that with a little bit of Mistborn, but not like deep dive yet. I really want to try and do that, but I feel like this is probably obvious if you were given the opportunity, because this isn't the first time it was mentioned what the shapes look like. So that's the reason why I was like, okay, this was actually important, because it was clearly said before what the shape of the line, what he was drawing was. It wasn't like he just drew a thing and it was like really like subtly said. It was like a line at a certain angle and the thing, and I was like, okay, so if we had picked up on it, we would have been able to put this all together, but I didn't.
You gotta pick up on what's wrong.
You gotta pick up on what's wrong. You know what you said? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Why it's not working? So yeah, as Spirit or Raiden starts to think about like this revelation, that's the same. At the same time, he looks back at Serene, and he's like, "Holy shit, you look good."
Yep. He's like, "Oh, your blotches are now turning into like bruises."
Yeah.
They went from black or
like,
gray or whatever color to like blue and pink and whatever, and and then he pulls like the headpiece off, and he's like rubs her head, and he's like, "Oh, you got some like wisps of hair there."
Yeah, you get your hair grab back. She got the Rogaine going.
Using that Rogaine. I don't know why I forgot she was blonde.
Yeah.
I don't know why this whole time I kept thinking she was brunette. I don't know how I got that misconstrued in my mind, but he's like, there's like little blonde hairs growing. I was like, oh, she's blonde. Okay, got it.
But yeah, so and he's like, you've been healed, and he's like, obviously, whatever Rathan did, he did to you too.
Yeah,
like,
he
didn't buy into it immediately. He's like, nah, you're not healed. Like,
then it all starts coming back. The body temperature.
He's like, everything didn't make sense, and now it all makes sense.
Yep.
This is all just a fraud type thing.
The no pain thing.
Yeah. And then we get the emotional notebook scene where it's like, you have to leave. No, I don't want to leave. I hate you. Leave.
Okay. I hate you. I never wanted you before. It's like, that every scene in like a dog movie where you're like, trying to throw a rock at the dog. You go away. Or like what's that movie? Harry and the Hendersons. He tells Bigfoot to go away. You go away. I don't like you, Bigfoot.
Yeah. It's a very cliche.
Very cliche. Yes,
But she sees right through it. She's like, I see what you're trying to do. Like, and it's not gonna work. So,
but then he uses the argument of, we don't have enough food here. I need you to go out there to get more food in here because we're about to run out.
And she's like, damn you, Spirit, you're right. Yeah, and that's how we instruct her.
And then we get the two cowboys, and you're like, God damn you for making me love you.
I can't remember the theme song to Brokeback Mountain. I can't remember. It's some twangy.
I remember the theme song. Great movie, by the way. Still, I watched that movie. That shit still holds up, man. That's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
John Woo. I think it's John Woo, isn't it?
Is it John Woo?
Shoot, no, that doesn't sound right. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Who did Brokeback Mountain?
I'm looking it up right now.
Thank you.
Directed by Ang Lee.
Ang Lee. Oh my God, I feel terrible that I got those two names conflated. John Woo's in my head because he's got a new movie coming out soon.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, he has a new flick coming out, and I love John Woo for one thing. He puts together a good action flick that I just don't want to think through. Oh, it's mindless action. Let me sit here and drool through this, please. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but it's coming out like later this year.
You know who hasn't put out a movie in a while?
Who?
Quentin Tarantino.
He doesn't put out movies like that, though. I mean, he doesn't like.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
okay. I mean, look, his last movie
was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, right. So, and by the way, you got to remember, this guy is meticulous about his movies. Before that was Hateful Eight. I mean,
there's Django. There's Inglourious Basterds.
Was Django before Hateful Eight, or was Hateful Eight before Django?
Which one?
Which came first, Hateful Eight or Django?
Django came before Hateful Eight.
Right, and Hateful Eight is the one that people did not like that much.
Yeah.
Django, everyone loved, obviously. I mean, it's Django. Come on.
Django. And then Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds, which was great.
It's fantastic.
But how many years went between those movies is the question, because
So
I don't feel like
2009 was Inglourious Basterds.
okay,
2012 was Django,
so
and
3 years, okay.
2015 was Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
So that was 3
And,
years, and
and
then
then
Once Upon a Time is 2019.
okay, so 4 years. Okay, so yeah, I guess it has been a while now. You say it
It's
like that.
time. It's
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's time.
I can't believe it's been 5 years since Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Which I
Yeah.
mean, and again, I wasn't a fan of I liked the movie in general, but it was just a love letter to Hollywood, and I do not like a Hollywood hand job movie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What was
it's kind of like that movie La La Land. I did not like it because it's a Hollywood
was it
hand job
was
movie.
it Pulp Fiction that got like the bunch of flack in the lawsuits about it? Yeah, I think it was that, because it wasn't just written by Quentin Tarantino. It was written by him and Roger Avery.
Oh yeah. Yep. Because he
And
got
but then
because he got that
but then he took Roger Avery off the credits, and there's this
right.
big like
Yeah.
fun times.
He's not megalomaniacal, but you know, I mean, he got into the fame thing. I mean, and remember, he got all that credit, for basically sticking to his guns on Reservoir Dogs. He was like,
Yeah.
I don't care. He's like, I want the movie to be done this way. I don't care if it's done with a $10 million budget or a $600,000 budget. I don't care. I just want the movie to be done this way. And he stuck to his guns, and he felt like that
Right.
was the thing that was going to make him successful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I won't say he's the best, auteur out there, but
No.
he has his moments, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Inglourious Basterds is a romp. Django Unchained is a romp. Love those two.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight, not so much. Hollywood
Some of his
hand
older
job.
stuff too. From Dusk to Dawn's great. I mean,
But that wasn't his movie though. That was a.
he's a producer of that. Never mind.
Yeah, he's a producer. That was him and his oh my gosh, the dude who also did
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Because then they did that that double feature movie together. And then
Four Rooms. He did that.
4 Rooms. The Quentin Tarantino. He just like directed a part of it.
Yeah, there's 4 different directors. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a part of Sin City.
Yeah.
Grindhouse.
Of course, he did. Grindhouse is the one I was thinking about. That's the double feature movie.
Death Proof was the one he did.
Proof and Grindhouse, and then before that, it was Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
A lot of people forget Jackie Brown. It's not bad. It wasn't great. But
Kill
it was,
Bill.
It was right. And then, of course, Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2, which are still.
Yeah.
Kill Bill 2, I loved how different it was than Kill Bill 1.
Yes.
I mean, because it's like, it's great that you just completely flip the genre.
Yeah.
I mean, between those two movies, and I was all for it.
Yeah.
A lot of people were not. They were like, "Oh, why did they like the first one?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No, he's."
And it's one of the things. Quentin Tarantino is one of those guys. Is like you're either like a big fan of his artistic style and the way he does things, or you hate it.
The thing is about Quentin Tarantino.
It's like Wes Anderson, Wes Anderson films. Like you either love them or you hate them.
Quentin Tarantino is a freaking movie like trivia god.
Mhm.
I mean, anybody who's, and I'm not saying everybody should go out and do this, but if you will sit and watch YouTube videos that do the side-by-side comparisons, practically every scene he does in a movie is an homage to something else.
Right.
And it takes you forever to put all the references together. So that's the reason why I got to respect that. Regardless whether I like the movie or not, he still respects and loves movies, and I respect that. So.
Have you seen apparently Wes Anderson hates these, but like there's those like trailers for like what if Wes Anderson did Star Wars?
Yes.
It's like starring Owen Wilson. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he's got the same cast of characters. He's always got Owen Wilson in it. He's always got Bill Murray in it.
Yeah.
He's nowadays he's using
Timothy Chalamet.
By the way, it's so sad to hear Bruce Willis. I hear he's like now nonverbal.
Yeah, he's gone nonverbal now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruce Willis was in a lot of his films.
Yeah, Bruce Willis was in a lot of films. Yeah.
What's his name? I was getting confused. Willem Dafoe? It's a lot of Wes Anderson. Yeah, Willem Dafoe's a lot of Wes.
No,
He's in
not
Life
Willem.
Aquatic, right?
He's in what?
Life Aquatic.
No, that's Steve. That's Bill Murray.
No, but the guy. No. I know Bill Murray's in it, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's in it too.
Is he?
Yeah,
Life Aquatic?
in Life Aquatic. Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot. I mean, you can tell it's been a long time since I've seen that movie then, but I don't remember him in a lot of movies. I don't remember Willem Dafoe being in a bunch of like.
Yeah, he plays Klaus.
But he's
Like
he not he's not a lot of what I mean. I'm talking about like Wes Anderson staples. Like for example, wasn't Ray Fiennes in like a few of his movies? Was he in Grand Budapest?
He might have been.
And then, of course, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Of course, I love that movie. That movie's
yeah. Jeff Goldblum, of course, is in Life Aquatic
Jeff
too.
Goldblum, yeah, like Jeff Goldblum's in that joint. Yes,
he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life Aquatic's one of my favorite movies. I love it. It's great.
I liked oh my gosh, the one with the two kids where they run away, and Bruce Willis is the cop chasing them. Moonrise Kingdom. Kingdom. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I like that one in Grand Budapest Hotel. I like those two. Yeah. Those two kind of rank pretty high for me. I was not a big fan of what was the last one called? Something City, Asteroid City, or
Asteroid City. Yeah, I think that's.
Is it always called Asteroid City?
Let me see.
Yeah, with Scarlett Johansson and oh my gosh, I forgot his name. It
was Asteroid City. Yeah.
Anyway, that movie. It was okay, but I was like, this is a little cliche. Whatever.
That was 2023. Yeah, I didn't see.
It has some good moments in it. I mean, there weren't. It wasn't all bad. I mean, I like the little flashbacks and stuff, but some parts of it, I was like.
Anyway, we're digressing again.
I know we are. Yes.
We need
to wrap it up. We need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we kind of finished. What was it? So they did the map proportions. Revelation, Serene gets healed. She says, no, I won't go. I convince her to go. And she says, yeah, I'll go just to help you guys. And that's how we ended.
That's right. Pushes her away. Get out of here.
Yeah, so favorite character.
Jeez, every week I have to do this thing where I forget that you're going to ask the question.
Every week.
Okay. My favorite character. I'm going to go with Serene Seon.
Ash.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him because I was shocked that he actually showed up, and he was actually very, very pivotal in these chapters. So I liked him. I mean, it was surprising. I really thought that he was going to be like a situation where he got captured or something or other, but didn't happen, obviously. So, yeah, that's going to be my pick.
I want to go with Galadon, Colo. Just I love Galadon.
Man, that was my second pick was going to be him, but I was like, only because I like the fact that he could just fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
He was like,
I appreciate a guy who can fall asleep anywhere because I am a guy I can fall asleep.
I got no hate against this guy. No hate against him.
Anywhere.
Yes.
I can fall asleep anywhere. I fall asleep. I don't do it anymore. I used to fall asleep standing up. Like
I used to fall asleep with my eyes open.
In the shower. Like I would get in the shower and fall asleep in the shower standing up. Like literally fall asleep. Like sleep standing up.
That's narcolepsy at that point in time. You fall asleep in the shower, that's narcolepsy.
Well,
falling asleep in a bath. Sure, I get that. Like in a warm bath.
No, in the shower.
In the shower.
Not cold.
Nope, that's narcolepsy.
That's narcolepsy.
Nope.
I wouldn't fall. I would stay standing.
Again, narcolepsy all day long. There's no way I could stay up, man. Shoot, at that point in time, I'm standing in a shower. Heck, I could barely stand up in a shower now, and I'm sober and like awake. I'm like slipping on the bottom of the shower and everything. I'm like, oh no, this is terrible.
Yeah, no. So yeah, how it can be found is at thecosmoreads.com. The website I think is currently down. I have to get that. There's a glitch or something like that. I got an email the other day. I have to get it back up. I'll get it back up running this week. But yeah, go find us next week. And yeah, you can find there. Find links to everything. Support us on Patreon. Go look for us there. Join the Discord. There's merchandise. One day we'll have more. When I get more time, which I don't know when that's ever going to happen now. We need another COVID. Because when I had COVID, I could do all the things because I didn't do anything but podcast stuff because nothing else was happening. But today, these days, life's busy. Kids are busy. Life's busy. Work's busy. Everything's busy. But we'll get there. Yeah. So like, subscribe, hit those comments, do all the fun stuff, and that's pretty much all I got for this week. So until next time, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
Gosh dang, gosh, stay fresh. Gosh dang, gosh, stay fresh.